Namaste India. On this bright and beautiful morning, I welcome you to Wellness Ke Nuskhe with Dr. Sujit Paul. It is with great privilege that I come to you today here, and you'll be seeing us on a plethora of topics from mental health, on weight gain, weight loss, work-life balance, healthy living. It is our privilege that we have Dr. Sujit Paul here. He is a household name in corporate India. He is the brain behind the catapulting of multiple successful brands in India. Without any further ado, I would like to get Dr. Sujit Paul here.
Namaste India. I have been told that this show will be more towards building a health and wellness segment all across, and I have also been told that we have been getting plethora of queries and requests that we should bring up this show, and that's the show all about. Yes, Alpan.
Yes. Thanks, Dr. Sujit Paul. Yes, we have been getting loads and loads of truckloads of inquiries from people. They want to know how to have a healthier lifestyle, how to ensure a better life. So as we move forward, as we progress, Dr. Paul, we would like to know from you, we have been of late seeing a lot of concerns from people. They have been asking that because of this difficult life, be it even for the working people or even for the housewives, with the pressure of managing the household, the pressure of managing the office, people tend to eat very late in the day. And does this contribute to weight gain by any chance?
Well, whatever I have seen or whatever we have data, eating too late is definitely not a good idea. But whether you eat late or early is not the point. It's the quantum of food that you intake. That's what is important. But at the same point of time, I always recommend कि जितना possible जल्दी खाना खत्म कीजिएगा, so that the food actually have time to get digested well. Because moment you eat food and then go to bed, what happens is the once the food goes through into the alimentary canal, and then the food needs to get digested. And since food needs to get digested, then the entire engine of your body starts working there. So it's a good idea to eat early, but eat in the relevant quantum that is required. Again, it also depends, multiple actions happens on weight gain or similar. What you eat is important. For example, if you eat fruits, the fruits typically get digested in anything between 3 to 4 hours. If you eat raw vegetables, it gets digested anything between 5 to 7 hours. If you eat fish or meat, it gets digested close to around 15 to 18 hours. If you eat red meat, it takes time to digest at least some 20 hours.
Right.
So it means that amount of time it is there in your body, and it is creating bacteria. So you have to be careful what you eat and how much you eat.
Wow, fabulous. So it's not so addressing this myth that eating so late increases the weight. Not really. It's about what quantity of food you eat, and it's also about your portion size that creates the difference. Also, sir, we have been seeing of late a lot of queries about the water consumption. We have been seeing a lot of people out there on the internet. Either ways, nowadays, whoever has a camera, they feel that they are a blogger, and you see them going about the fact that you need to have 10 glasses of water a day. You need to have 10 glasses of water a day. Is there some sort of a science behind this? Or
Well, you drink as much as what your body can hold. Nothing in more, nothing in less is good for anything in the body. Whether it's water, whether it's food, anything. But by far, you should have a minimum of close to around 2.5 to 3 liters of water consumption. Water is a great story that happens in the body. But at the same point of time, keep in mind that excessive water intake is also not good for health. Now, this is definitely a myth that you keep on drinking water. No, it's not right. anything and everything that you do need to be in a moderate amount, and that's what the body needs.
So the point is moderation. And remember, next time around, once you go on a water drinking spree, you need to ensure that a washroom is nearby to you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know the consequences of it. Carrying forward in the same vein, we talked about eating food, the right portion size, the right timing, water. Dr. Paul, we have been seeing of late with the advent of internet, people are googling their way to happiness about diet. People googling about ketogenic diet, people googling about crash diet. They don't even know what they are doing, but they just want to get in shape at any damn cost. What's your take on this, sir?
Half data, half information is very, very risky. People not understanding what is keto diet, suddenly they stop carbs. Suddenly they completely stop carbs. Now that completely changed the body contour. People not understanding what is, there are various kinds of nomenclatures in internet. I think what I always recommend is have a nice, good, healthy, balanced diet. What you cook in home. If we know how to do that with a little amount of exercise, I think people will stay physically and mentally more healthy. You don't need to blindly follow what are the new advents coming up. It's important that you understand that your nutrition is more important than your non-nutrition.
Wow, what an input. As it's very famously said, 70% of your body is made in the kitchen, not in the gym or anywhere else. And as Dr. Paul has rightly pointed out, it is about what you are eating. Home cooked food is the best possible combination. That too in the correct portion sizes at the right time will do the trick. Now just carrying on from the last question where you briefly mentioned about the physical, the mental well-being. I remember studying one of the articles around 3 months before which talked about the fact that 80% of the Indians never have exercised in their life or don't even exercise once in a month. Can we speak a little bit about exercising and its benefits, because we know it is beneficial but people somehow don't want to exercise, or exercising is like that worst kept secret which always makes an entry in the new year resolution but never makes the cut. What's your take on this?
The highest amount of gym membership happens anytime between 31st of December and 5th of January, and the lowest amount of movement actually happens after 31st of January. So what it means is that yes, it stands as everyone wants to be fit, everyone wants to be healthy, but they think that okay, by going to the gym they will become healthy. The point is not there. The point is that first is you need to love doing exercise. Exercise does not mean you have to go to the gym, you have to go to a walk, you have to go to a run, you have to go to a swim. Exercise can mean even doing simple good household work. Earlier days, our mothers used to wash clothes in hand. That was a terrible amount of exercise of the tummy and the muscles. Earlier days, people used to go in bicycles. That's a terrible amount of cardio exercise. Now, we have forgotten all those things and have started going to the fancy gyms. That's not what life should be. Because if you start going to a gym, you will see that you will do it for a couple of days, then you will lose your enthusiasm and you will stop it. So, exercise should be something that you love doing. It's not whether you want to go to gym or whether you don't want to go to gym. It's what you love doing. If you love washing your clothes every day, that can be a form of 20 minutes exercise for you. If you love cleaning your households, mopping your floor, that can be a 30 minutes exercise for you with a fantastic result output. Do what you love, otherwise it will be too short term for you. So once we evolve to that direction back, then the physical and mental well-being will be much neater and cleaner homes as well.
Thank you, sir. So it's about passion and love for what you do. You really are passionate about your body, you love your body, so put that passion and love into that exercise, whatever you do in your house. As sir has rightly said, we have heard from our mothers, they used to go to the kitchen and they used to mince spices on something called as shilnoda in Bengali. There's a word for it in Hindi also, I can't recollect it right now. So do whatever you do in your house with passion, put all your energy in it. That's the best form of exercise. As we come close to signing off this episode, I would like to talk on one topic that I really love. Of late, we have been seeing, sir, people have been very much focused on their careers and they really don't give much of an attention to their personal lives. But we see that people want to stay connected to nature, and we see people are adopting a lot of pets. It is something that even I have done in the past, and I loved it because if you raise a pet, I believe you awaken a part of yourself which you never knew existed in the first place. So, sir, now as we see, people are adopting lots of dogs, cats, the canines, the felines. Uh, do you have any tips for them for healthy living with pets in the house, assuming because pets also deserve a life of their own? So, what would be your suggestions to our audience on this?
It's a great idea if someone really have a pet at home. But I always say that it comes with a huge commitment. And only if someone can have a commitment of that duration of years, people should have pets. Otherwise, they should not have pets at home. For example, a dog usually need to have a commitment of at least 14 to 15 years. Similar for cats. Similar for fishes, the commitments are lower in terms of the duration of time. For turtles, it can be as long as 100 years. So if someone keeps a pet in home, it's a great story because it not only builds a great bond, it builds empathy, it builds love, it builds joy. It has so much of advantage. But only if someone can give the time, only if someone can care the pet to that way that he or she cares for himself or herself, only then people should keep pets. Otherwise, they should never have pets at home, because we have seen terrible amount of stories that we see where people go and abandon pets. That's not what it should be. If you are truly committed, go ahead and do it. If you're not committed, don't get into partial commitment. There's nothing called partial commitment. So that's what I believe in.
Rightly said, sir. Whatever comes from the heart. So as we have been hearing Dr. Paul with his pearls of wisdom, we realize whatever we do in life, okay, whether it is food, whether it is exercise, whether it's adopting a pet, it's about passion, it's about love, it's about commitment. This was a small snippet of what is about to come in the future. We have just touched the tip of the iceberg. We have come to you with points on which you wanted to know from us. You wanted to know from us on healthy eating, on exercise, on how to stay with pets. I believe we have been of some help to you for sure. As we move forward in this journey of Wellness Ke Nuskhe with Dr. Sujit Paul, we will keep touching upon topics again and again, where you feel you need guidance. And on our YT channel, please drop in your comments, please drop in your likes, please hit the share button. We are open to feedback. You give us feedback, we will implement it. We would love to see you again and again. And we would also especially like to thank Dr. Sujit Paul to be there on this channel here and to give us his valuable guidance. And we would all like to make a healthier, happier India for all of you. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you.